You know, as someone who is a Gen Z, someone who's born in 2000, someone who's born December 29, 2000, and seeing people in my generation like this just trying to, like, scam their way to the top, doing whatever it takes to, be on top, do literally do anything just for promotion, do anything to get rich. And it's just sad. It's just sad how people these days just don't care about themselves. It's just sad these days how, I look at myself sometimes and I tell myself in my mind, like, why are people like this? Like, why are you treating your life like this? Like, why are you, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, all that age? Like, how are you a young person, and you choosing your life like this? You want to be the party girl. You want to be a club girl. You want to go to clubs every single day. You want to go to the party every single day. You want to be on your phone every day, 247. You want to be on your phone every day. You want to text quickly. You don't like guys who are just, who just like you for who you are. They're like guys who are bad. They're like bad guys. They're like guys, who will treat them anyhow that they want. They're like guys, who will give them attention, who will give them, the looks. People, they like the guys that, be like, hey, I like this guy right here. He got money. He got everything that, that you wanted. They like that. Man, I mean, that's good. That's technically good. But like, at the same time, what do you? How is that gonna make you? How does that make you happy? I understand that's gonna make you happy, but it's just that at some point they don't care. Like, can you actually imagine an ugly guy? You know, an ugly guy with a girl, and you actually think that your girl likes you? No, your girl don't like you. No, your girl don't like who you are. She's just there for your money. She sees you for the money. She likes your money, and she's just there to, I like, like she likes you. She really don't like you. And that's what certain girls these days that I see. Certain girls, that I see in my job, and certain girls that I see outside of work. Mostly, particularly in my job as well. And I see girls who trying to, like, hook up with guys that, they're trying to be close to the supervisors. Hold on, guys. What the hell is going on here? Anyways, forget about that. My bad, guys. Sorry about that, There's some stuff really bothering me. Like, I'll be working, and those trying to hook up, they'll try to, have conversation with, like, the store managers, supervisors, or whatever. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, they'll try hard to get promotion. They want to try so hard to get, like, a, super. They want to be the supervisor. They want to be, managers. They want to see them. They want to try and be in the group. They want to be in a group full of, high people. Like, if you're not gonna work hard in the job, that's the job is not for you, because you're just gonna scam your way to the top. You acting as if you know everything in the store. You acting as if you know everything in the world. You know everything that you know, but you don't. You really don't know nothing. And it's just, I look at it and I'm thinking to myself, like, why is this generation like this? Like, they'll do anything for money. They'll go on this website. They'll start making some useless content just to make themselves happy, to get some a little bit of cash. And they'll hook up with some guys and just, make some cash. It's all about them. Like, if you actually think that, your girl actually likes you for who you are, I don't. It's not. I think you're the wrong girl. You have the wrong girl, because you'll be lucky to ever find a girl that actually likes you for who you are. I mean, I know there's some girls out there who like you for who you are, which, I do agree. That's good. But, like, you just gotta be careful sometimes, because you just never know in this generation. We live in a generation where, you just never know. Like, you think that girl actually likes you for who you are, and then once she's not interested in you no more, everything goes downhill. Everything goes south. She's gonna take all the money. She's gonna take everything that that you work so hard for, and well, that's it. They don't know you no more. They're gonna leave you away. Just imagine, right? Imagine if I was a rich person, and, man, look at me. I mean, I'm an ugly person, so that's what most girls, usually call me that at my job anyway. So I'm just used to, people calling me ugly at the job. So I'm like, you know what? It's cool, man. It's sad, but, it's cool. But I just don't know how, as a black person, you would tell another black person that, they're ugly, stuff like that. And it's just like, it's sad. But then when you're trying to say something back about, about black girls, they get triggered. They get upset. Like, yo, why you Joshua don't like black girls. Joshua don't like this and that. I'm like, I always go to where I feel, wherever I feel respected, wherever I feel like people like me for wherever I go, where people feel like they like me who I am, and I'm just gonna stay there because what's the point of me trying to like have a trying to work and trying to have a conversation going on, and you just all of a sudden you start calling me names like that, and you think that's gonna make me feel better. But I don't do work relationships, so I just don't care about that no more. But yeah, just imagine me having a lot of money and some random girl comes up to me and be like, "Hey, Joshua, I like you for who you are. Let's try and get together. Let's be my girlfriend. We could hang out. Do all the kind of stuff." And it gets to a point where the relationship is gonna get boring, and she don't want, she technically don't like you. Like she generally don't even like you in the first place. She's there for the money. She's like for your money. Hey, can you give me some money? Hey, can you, I gotta do my nails and all kind of stuff. Like, tell me, why are you working and you want me to pay your bills for you? As a grown person, you should be able to pay your own money, right? You should be able to pay your own stuff, right? So I just don't understand how certain girls these days that we live in want guys to pay for they want guys to pay for their nails done. Are you serious? Like, you generally want me to pay for your nails? You want me to pay for your eyelashes? You want me to pay for all this for yourself? And after all that, after if I'm done making this payment, the next day you're gonna break up with me and you're gonna and you're gonna find another guy, or the next time I'm gonna see you with another guy and you're gonna cheat on me. Like, how is that? So you technically just using me, just for your self gain, and you think that's gonna be good. Like, what do you gain out of it? And it's just sad to me. Like, this generation don't care, bro. This generation don't care. That's why I always look at people I do my job, and I'm telling myself, like, I look at all the females that I work, and I'm like, all your friend groups that you have determine who you are. Some of my work also said the same. Like, the friends that you have also determine the type of person that you are. Because if you have a friend group that's just like going to clubs, going to parties, and all that kind of stuff, you're just the same thing. You're just the same thing. You're not different. I mean, yeah, you could have your own opinion about going to the party and clubs and all that kind of stuff, but like, it's no difference. You're just the same as them. And at this point, it's just like sad because if you're trying to find a real relationship right now, I said average looking guy like me, a tall average looking guy like me. I mean, it's not gonna work. There's nowhere to find. So at this point, I'm like, I just look at everybody at my job and I'm like, you're doing too much of the job. You want to move up the ranks for no reason. Not even at the job as well, like in general as well. Outside as well, you have people who are actually just trying to like do whatever it takes to rank up. You got couples right here breaking up each left and right, going to divorce, going to the court, getting some divorce, and it's just sad. As a guy, it's just sad. But that's just for grown people to deal with. But like, that's like I said, if you're at the stage in life being grown and stuff like that, and you're a grown ass person, you do stuff like that, that's sad. But like, for us teenagers, for us to have this mentality of just like get rich scheme, to go scam people, be fraud, all that kind of stuff, and you think that's gonna make you feel good, feel happy, you come on the internet, you just showing off all that kind of stuff. I mean, is it worth it? And they just show off, and then all of a sudden they'll just dump you out of the way and be like, they're gonna act like they don't know you no more, and it's just sad. It's sad. You think that they know everything. It feels like they don't forget the people that actually brought them up. And sometimes when they go to clubs, when they go to parties with their boyfriends, with their rich boyfriends, rich girlfriends, and all that kind of stuff, they go over the thing that they think they're the stuff. They think that they know everything. But in reality, you guys are nothing. You're just using the guy for no reason. And look, there are some guys out there who are also being a pain in the ass as well. Like, of course, you're gonna have the clues. You're gonna have the signals that's gonna tell you, like, yo, this girl right here is a dangerous girl. This girl right here, has a history of dealing with guys like that. And some guys just don't care. Those see a girl like, oh yeah, she looks pretty. She has a nice ass. She has nice tits. Oh yeah, I like this girl. I like this girl right here. She's all right. And people just don't realize that, yo, certain girls are like that. That's how they get you sometimes. That's how some girls get you sometimes. And guys are not careful. Like, you gotta be careful these days when you deal with certain girls like that, because certain girls will just come at you left and right, and they'll just approach you for no reason. And you just gotta be careful sometimes, because they don't care. Like, once you're rich, once you have a lot of money like that, you need to go down some. You need to go private. But some guys don't care. They'll just be like, yeah, you know what? You look pretty. You look fine. Yeah. I'll take you wherever. I'll take you all over the world. We could travel here and there. I could buy you. I could buy you a lot of stuff. Dump your boyfriend. I'm the real guy right here. A little bit of show off. A little bit of I got money. You see my car right here. I got a Lamborghini, and I'm like, really? Like, is that like being rich these days? It's not worth it these days. I understand how people want to be rich so bad. Like, rich is not. You don't need to be rich for attention. I mean, if you want to be rich, that's good. But like, if you want to be rich and you want to have a lot of attention to yourself, that is just bad. Because why do you want attention to yourself and you want to be rich at the same time? Like, don't get it wrong. Don't get me wrong. I want to be rich, but like, I want to have my own private life. Have my own private life. Have my own good quiet lifestyle, and just relax. All right. I don't want to deal, the public. Everybody has eyes on you. Everybody's gonna be looking at you like, yo, look at this couples right here. Look at this, plastic. All of a sudden, you get influenced by the public, and then she wants to have surgery. She wants to have better tests. She wants to upgrade her ass, and you gotta pay money for that. You gotta pay a lot of money for that for no reason. All that plastic stuff, all that fat, all that milk that's growing your body, and it's just not worth it. Like, I look, being rich is good. As long as you work hard, you focus on yourself, do what you gotta do. That's good. But like, this generation these days don't want to do that. They don't want to work hard. You come to my job, people are just like staying around. They're staying around. They got nothing to do. Just want to talk. At this point, it's like a high school session right here for me. It's like a high school session at my job right here. Everybody just like walking around. Everybody just walking around, and I'm just thinking to myself like, what are you doing? You got the break room right here. You got couples over here just talking left and right, and I don't know. I just don't know, because at this point I'm 25 years old. I'm getting to 30 years old, and my life is it's calm right now. I don't have to worry much about other people. I have to focus on myself. I leave it alone. So I focus on myself. I try to pay my bills on time. I have a good credit score. I take care of myself. I eat healthy. Of course, my belly's going fat, so I guess that's a positive, I guess. So yeah, that's what I do. Take care of myself, pay my bills on time, and that's it. Focus on my YouTube right here that I do over here, and mostly that's it. Peace of mind. That's all that matters. At the end of the day, you come back home, peace of mind. You don't have to worry about oh, having a girl that's gonna be like, hey, can we go outside? Can you go to a restaurant? Can we go to the bar? Have drinks, this and that? No. Look. I might be saying this right now, but like, in the future, things might be different. In the future, things might be different. In the future, I'm gonna be like 30, 35 plus years old. 40, whatever. That's gonna be different. But now that I'm in my 20s, I feel like being in your 20s, you have to plan ahead for the future right here. Being in your 20s, you have to have a plan on what you want to do once you get to 30. Once you get to 30, once you get to 40 years old, once you get to 50, you gotta plan ahead. I don't want to reach 30 years old. I don't want to be 30 years old and I'm deciding what to do with my life. Like, come on, all right. I mean, I'm still gonna be working. I feel like I'm still gonna be working at Home Depot at that time. But like, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't. I just don't want to. I don't want to be at Home Depot for like the rest of my life. I don't want to spend my skills, my hard effort working just at Home Depot every day. I wake up every day, go to work, come back home. Tomorrow, go to work, come back again. No, every day something different. Gotta make something different out of it. Of course, I'm still gonna be working at Home Depot every day. But like, if you're not working at Home Depot, you gotta come back home and try and figure a way to make extra money. You know, but these days, no, certain females don't care these days. They'll come over here, they'll go online, they'll go on social media. Oh, Snapchat, let's take a picture, let's take a selfie. Like, come on. And they are acting as if they own everything. Like, most of the stuff is just us men, and you can't be argue with females these days. I don't like. I really don't like arguing females, because once I start arguing the female, she's just gonna win. I'm just gonna let you. I'm just gonna let you rock. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm just gonna be like, all right, whatever. You know. And it's just sad. It's just sad how things are. It's just sad, you know. Being an average guy, you think females are gonna like you for who you are. No, females are gonna dump you. You just say you don't have, you know, you just see if you don't have money, they're gonna leave. They're gonna let you be, and that's it. And that's a good thing. But I know there's some guys out there who be like, "Oh, I'll do whatever it takes for you. I will do anything for you, baby. Do not leave me." Like really? Come on. And then when she cheats on you, or when she does something funny to you, you wanna come on the internet and then you wanna start complaining like a little bozo. Like you didn't see the clues that she gave to you. Really? Come on. But yeah, that's just how I feel about this generation right here now. Things are gonna get worse. It's not gonna get better off. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad that it's sad how it is. As an average looking guy like me, I mean, it's sad, bro. You get no chance, bro. Like if you think you have a chance, I mean, you might as well travel somewhere to get a girl that's going to appreciate you for who you are. But in a country like USA right here, man, in my personal experience, using dating apps in the past and stuff like that, and also in real life right now, is how I say things on social media and how I say things on my job, especially. I mean, yeah, it ain't gonna work, bro. I don't have time for dealing with people who wanna get rich scheme, who don't wanna work hard, who don't wanna wake up every day and try better themselves every day, who don't wanna excel and improving themselves every day. For me, bro. But yeah, what do you guys think below about this video right here? And the title as well. What do you guys think about my channel as well? So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna make another video right now. Yeah, what do you guys think below? I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Peace.